The headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy a truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
Trucks.
All right. Dolphins, they set their 53-man roster. Some reports in the past hour over the practice squad. It sounds like, according to Barry Jackson, that Nick Needham plans to sign with the Dolphins practice squad. So it seems like he is not going anywhere. The Dolphins veteran DB. Hayden Rucci. Intangibles.
Hayden. Wow.
Also heading for the practice squad. According to Joe Shad, Dolphins
Isn't
also
that a last name?
Yes.
Joe Hayden. He was
Joe
a
Hayden,
DB
yeah.
for the Browns.
Not a
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Joe Shad says Dolphins are planning to have Eric Ezukama start the season on the practice squad unless he gets poached.
I heard this morning they said that Ezukama might play the first week.
Maybe. There was definitely some like roster finagling going on. Like they cut their long snapper, right? That was like one that like kind of surprised everybody. Like, you cut the long snapper?
Yeah.
But that apparently seems like that's just some roster jujitsu that's going on there.
I told you there's a lot of that going on.
Yeah.
Wait,
so
why? Is he gonna come back somehow?
So Ricardo,
yeah, they just resign him
to head to the practice squad. No, he got cut so they could cut some of that contract. Yeah, dude. Like that's the other thing that people don't realize.
You know, they're going out there and they're doing some different moves here, little moves over there, and you know, but yeah, the only thing, because I definitely was with Marcos though, because like Marcos and we were texting about this yesterday, and I'm thinking to myself like, wait, do the Dolphins have like a secret long snapper we don't know about? Like they brought this this undrafted center made the team. I was like, well, he played at UTEP. Maybe they didn't have a long snapper at UTEP. Maybe he had to do both. I didn't know. I was theorizing, Leroy. We're having some fun, baby.
That was a good move.
I mean, even your thoughts don't make sense.
That doesn't make sense to you?
No.
So what's the jujitsu exactly? I'm trying to find this that they're doing.
So here's what they do, Marco.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for example, they have every intention on bringing Ezukama back.
All right.
They can release him and bring him back for the simple reason that he's only had 3 NFL catches.
Yeah.
Who's going to pick him up?
Okay.
Right? So you can kind of finagle your way like that, because keep in mind, you can't just put somebody on the practice squad. They got to clear waivers.
Yeah.
So in order to do that, these guys have to clear waivers. And so the way they do the jiu-jitsu is they're figuring out what guys won't get picked up and what guys would get picked up. And they're doing their 53-man roster based on that. And then bringing the guys on the practice squad, and you still have access to those players, right?
But they can't start it. Like, for example, he's a starting. Ezukama's like 4 or 5 on the depth chart. This is a starting long snapper. So how do we get him back on the field without?
Because once you do the PUP stuff, the injury reserve stuff, and all that stuff, then you can just bring him back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they'll open up a roster spot essentially. Well, I mean, I guess they could probably put. I don't know if they could like keep elevating him off the practice squad or whatnot.
No, you can. I think you can only do it a certain amount of times.
But the word is everybody seems to think he's going to resign. Like he'll be back. Yeah. It's just in the days they had to get it done, which was by 4 p.m. yesterday, he was not on the roster.
Right.
I thought it was because he started political stuff.
But you should hold on. I just want to go back to one thing in a second, though. You know, it's not very nice. I was just thinking about it. Like, I didn't know at the time they were going to bring back the long snapper, right? First of all, I didn't know that they were going to bring in a cheaper long snapper. And second of all, what if?
Dude, here, some of these things you got to think. It makes, hold on. Even with.
Well, I did.
Wait, hold on. Even with no football knowledge, right? Is it safe to say you could just conclude, well, that don't make no damn sense. Something's got to be up.
Right. Well, here's what I thought, though. This is what I thought.
There's another long snap. There's a second long snapper?
No.
No. What I thought was, hear me out. I had thought the Dolphins had found a bit of a cheat code at the time because they had this Andrew Meyer, this center that made the team, undrafted free agent, right, from UTEP. And my thought process while I was going through this, I was like, I wonder if at UTEP they didn't have a long snapper and he did both.
Let's also. He plays center, correct?
Yes.
I want you to go through the history of bleeping football.
Right.
When the last time it was 4th down and the center stayed on the field and snapped the ball.
Okay, dude, but this is different times in
Most
sports.
of your long snappers are tight ends or linebackers.
I understand.
They got to run down the field and make a damn tackle.
I understand. But it's UTEP, all right? And so I thought maybe there was a chance that Andrew Meyer had done, like he was a utility man, right? Because hear me out on this. Like, the sports are changing. We got Shohei Ohtani, he pitches and he hits. We got Victor Wembanyama 7'4". Is it crazy to think we have a 4-down center?
No, it's ridiculous. I'm glad
it's not that ridiculous.
I'm glad your screen went blurry when you start talking that nonsense.
No, I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you. Am I back?
Yeah, you were back.
Okay, so I'm just saying, like, it's not crazy to think at a small school.
Ridiculous.
At a small school?
No, dude.
I'm looking at an article from March 20th of this year.
Yep.
From Ole Miss. It says Ole Miss receives commitment from center/long snapper.
Oh.
Okay. Listen, dum-dum.
That's me.
Nobody goes through life as a long snapper. No. You end up a long snapper.
Right.
Yes. Right.
But
so you're not going to be a starting lineman. Everybody has a position. Whatever position you play, you still are in a meeting for another position, whether it's linebacker, whether it's running. My boy was in the running back room. He ain't play a damn player running back. He was a special teamer.
Cool. But you're telling me
center Mike Morris in Minnesota. I played with him in Cleveland, and he actually played lineman. He became a long snapper, and he was still in the offensive line room.
Yeah, but this guy, maybe for a school that's not that big, had to be resourceful.
Him to be a long snapper.
No, I know they didn't. They signed him.
He's an offensive lineman.
Okay, but hear me out on this, Leroy. If you were an undrafted center, but you also went to the team and you're like, I'm not gonna long snap, did it at UTEP.
But he's been playing offensive lineman all camp.
I understand. But like if they could get him.
You need offensive linemen. You could give a rat's ass about a long snapper.
Because listen,
that dude is on the team because he's an offensive lineman.
Okay, but
he made the team as an offensive lineman.
Okay, but Tim Hardaway, he had the UTEP 2-step. Maybe Andrew Meyer has the UTEP 2-snap.
Oh.
2 types of snap.
Oh, look at that.
Long snap, regular snap.
UTEP. Dude, right now I'm closing my eyes and I'm picturing me just choking the life out of you for being ridiculous.
I don't think it's that ridiculous. It was just a thought. Nobody else figured out long snapper?
Dude.
It's a possibility.
No, it's not.
It is. Because here's the thing.
Can I just say, collectively, you guys have sat here in this segment and exposed yourselves for knowing very little football.
No.
Versatility.
Think about this.
Line.
Right. If you had a kicker who could also punt, right? Like Matt Bosher back in the day, how much more valuable would it be if he could do both? So if you had a center who could so if you had a center who could actually long snap.
Punting are very, in fact, a lot of punters kick off.
Fine. I'm not debating that, but I'm just saying, think about the value as a lineman or whomever. Make it a backup tight end. Make it Tanner Connor. If they could also snap, doesn't that help?
Wait, do you realize that the long snapper also makes a boatload of tackles?
Okay.
On punt?
Mm-hmm.
It becomes more difficult when he's a fat-ass offensive lineman. I'm just telling you.
But if he was used to it in college, at the time.
Wait, there's certain guys, he looks like a long snapper.
Right.
He's like a tight end or a linebacker because he can snap, run down, and make a tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? If I take a 310-pound offensive lineman and tell him to snap and run down the field, how ridiculous is that going to look?
Whatever, dude. People wrote off Darren Sproles because he was small.
That's right.
Oh, boy. That's not fat shaming. Your center weighs 300, 310. That's not fat shaming.
Nope.
He probably weighs 30 or 40 pounds more than the actual long snapper.
I'm just saying it's got to be thought about in sports. Like we are, think about the Dolphins had to.
No.
Why? If you could keep an extra running back because you have a tight end or a center who can actually long snap. What?
Oh.
Why not long snap with a running back?
Let's not get silly. Come on. Grow up.
I mean, you're being silly.
I'm not being silly. I just thought maybe at a small school, like you had to be resourceful for long snapping.
Oh,
that's right.
My goodness. Oh my goodness. What are we doing? Like, do you watch football?
Yeah.
Do you see the body types that are doing these different things?
Mm-hmm.
You know, on punt team, there are no offensive linemen.
Mm-hmm.
You realize that, right?
Yes.
Why is that?
You got to run.
So why are you talking about putting an offensive lineman on that squad?
I don't know how good he is at snapping.
Oh,
yeah. What's his 40?
He was on the Remington watch list.
lunchtime.
Look at that.
That's what his 40 is.
Lunchtime.
Are you like? Do you watch football?
Yeah.
Do you observe and understand?
You don't think that?
No, hold on. When a punt team goes on the field, there are no offensive linemen.
Yeah, you said that already.
Okay.
Right.
So
but
why do you think that? But no, let's think. Why do you think that?
How many tackles did Blake Ferguson have last year, Marcos?
I don't know. That's a good question. I'll look that up right now.
Because I want to know. Like, are we? Because if you found somebody who could actually snap, provide you something else for what is it? 4 tackles a year?
Yeah. Actually, let me tell you his career total tackles. You ready for this one? 7.
7. Come on, Leroy. And I'm the idiot. I think I found a loophole.
Oh my goodness. I don't think you.
No tackles.
7 tackles.
Hold on. You know who the first person down the field is?
67 games.
The long snapper. You know why? Tell me why, smart ass.
Oh, me.
Tell me why the long snapper is the first one down.
He knows when to run. He's got
No
the
one
ball
blocks.
gone.
No,
No one blocks.
that's not why.
Me?
That's not why.
Talking to me
Why?
this time?
Because the other guys on the line can't leave until the ball's punted.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I just said. He's got the head start. He knows when to go.
Ah.
Oh.
We just said the same thing.
So why would you have a slow guy there?
Because the slow guy, let me tell you something. As a slow guy myself, nobody loves a head start more than a slow guy.
True. By the way, Blake Ferguson 40. He runs a 5.
Schmieden makes a good point. How are you the first person down the field? You only have 7 tackles. Was that his career, Marcos?
Career. 7 tackles.
Career.
I don't think he recorded a tackle last year.
A 4-year career, the long snapper has 7 tackles.
60.
And you're sitting here and you're yelling at me about, oh, he has to learn how to tackle, Tobin.
Because most of the tackles or go to the 2 gunners. But if by some chance they miss, you need that guy up front.
Okay, well, I'm not making my fictional hyper snapper here. I'm not making him a gunner.
You're making him even. I can't believe I'm having this argument.
I can't believe this.
Get into ever.
How am I an idiot for saying we have an inefficient position here in football? We have to snip this roster down to 53. It's an inefficient position. Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Wait, you wanted to vote one for president a couple of years ago.
John Denny?
Yes.
Oh, I love him.
John. Oh, come on. John Denny.
John Denny. There's a difference though. They don't make John Denny's anymore. They don't make John Denny's anymore.
I'll take that guy.
John Denny was a moose. They don't make him like John Denny anymore.
Yeah.
One of the greats.
You're the worst.
Deserves to be in the Ring of Honor.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I don't know why I get so frustrated. You just make me so Like, we watch football together.
I understand, but football changes.
All the time.
Football
This
changes.
is a bad reflection on me.
It's not a bad reflection on you.
Hey, man, you win him every day. You can't teach him? I'm like, no, he won't listen.
Okay, but you would admit, I mean, sometimes football guys, you're kind of stuck in your ways. I mean, like, no offense.
Not.
You're kind of stuck in your
Not
ways.
at all. Not at what? Listen.
Yeah, of course you wouldn't admit that.
Most of the stuff I'm telling you about is not opinion.
Uh-huh.
Those are facts.
I would like somebody to ask Mike McDaniel, do you feel the long snapper's inefficient use of a roster spot?
Can I tell you that the 40 time of this center, Andrew Meyer, is comparable. It is damn near the same as Blake Ferguson's 40.
Do you understand that
only 295?
Is it Myers with an S or Meyer?
I think it's Andrew Meyer. Yeah, Meyer.
Meyer.
One Meyer.
Okay.
One Meyer. What?
Let me explain something to you.
Yes.
You do realize that you have a deficiency at offensive lineman. You need backups on offensive lineman.
He can do both.
Right.
I'm not. No.
We don't know.
No.
He can do both.
Because in 2 weeks, when the bum to the left of us starts talking about how bad Eichenberg is, right?
Yeah.
The last thing you want to hear is, let's use our long snapper.
Well, he'd be both, though. He'd be our backup center.
You can't. For sure. Both.
Theoretically, in my fictional position. Yeah. That's not going to happen. I realize the other guy's coming back, but I just think, like, it just feels like we're doing it wrong. You know?
Lunchtime, Leroy's more interested in Oscar Mayer. And Leroy Tobin is a bucking show pony. You can't get in line.
I don't understand why this is such a stupid idea.
It is so stupid.
So stupid, though.
Mark, Leroy, you were a man who did anything for your football team. You were a fullback and a running back. You did it all. It's crazy to think about some fourth string tight end also being able to long snap.
But they're usually tight ends or
no. I understand what they usually were, but then when they're long snappers, they're long snappers. I'm saying have a guy who does
a guy who's not on the team for anything other than playing offensive lineman.
Right. Well, this guy, make it him or make it Tanner Connor, whomever.
But Tanner Connor's a tight end.
But we don't know if he can long snap.
We don't know.
That's more. If you were to tell me that, it would be more believable.
So you like the idea?
No, I don't like the idea of an offensive lineman doing it. I told you when we started, it's usually a linebacker or a tight end.
So just so we're
get down the field.
So just so we're clear,
Tanner Connor could do it. I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with offensive linemen doing it. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I've said since the beginning.
So you like my idea. So you like my idea.
Wow.
You not having a backup center do it. No.
The bigger idea is no more pure long snappers. Wasted position.
They don't start off that way, though. They probably came in as a
tight end. Point, Leroy. What they've done now is they've taken over this position of, you guys need me. I need to snap long. We need to find somebody who can do both.
Wait, when it comes to a point, if say somebody like Tanner Connor is they really want him on the roster, I think they have Tanner Connor because he can play tight end.
Right.
Okay. So that makes it a little unique. But I do believe if it got to the point where they're paying a lot of money and they go, hey, Tanner, hey, can you do this? Because this is, we want to keep you, but we want you to be able to do both. Right. Okay.
All right. You like my idea then?
The whole argument in this was the fact that you were trying to do this with a center.
Oh, that wasn't the whole argument. That wasn't the whole argument. The basis of my argument was
that was the basis for the argument.
Dude, I swear to God, like, I love you to death. I love you, but you are a child because you can't keep up. You can't keep up. The whole basis of my argument was to have a utility man who could do multiple positions, including long snap. Make it the center, make it the tight end. That was the bigger point of my argument.
I said in the beginning of this, it's normally a linebacker or a tight end. We started the conversation with that, not a lineman. Ridiculous. And we started off by saying, how many linemen are on that front line? None. So why would you do it with an offensive lineman? We had this whole conversation.
No.
What are you talking about?
You dismissed my idea of having somebody do both.
Offensive lineman.
Anybody. I said anybody.
Offensive lineman.
You're quibbling.
Meyer. We got caught on Meyer.
You're boxed in, dude. You're boxed in. You like my idea. You like my idea.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Marcos.
Yeah.
Go listen to that in the beginning. It was all about Meyer. It wasn't about.
Oh my God. You are ridiculous. You don't listen. You are not a listener.
We're talking about two-step.
UTEP two-snap.
Two-snap.
That was good.
UTEP two-snap is good. That's good.
Yeah, UTEP two-snap. That means we were talking about Meyer.
He was my initial idea, but I said you can make it anybody. My whole point of my argument was having somebody else on the roster long snap.
Marcos.
Yeah.
Soon as we go to break, we're going to listen to this. And then when we come back, I want you to tell the truth. I'm not going to say nothing.
You don't need to run it back. I have the memory of 10 minutes ago. I know what my argument was. The whole point of my argument was having somebody on the 53-man roster who can also long snap. That was the whole point.
And I said not an offensive lineman. That's
dude. If you would have come back with my argument and you would have said, what about a tight end? I would have stopped the debate. But you also said, nah, can't do it. Nah.
No, you could.
Oh, no. You were so busy on squashing my dreams. You hated all of it. You're a bastard. And also, you don't listen. That's it.
Okay.
I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
And when we replay it, I don't want you to try to do your little finagle.
If you would have come back, if you literally would have come back, hold on. If you would have come back and said, "What about Tanner Connor?" Would have been my counterpoint would have been,
"Why did you?"
Love it. I did.
No,
I literally did.
Later on,
I said, "Make it Tanner Connor." Words came out of my mouth.
The original argument was about Meyer doing it.
Oh my God,
it was.
No, the bigger point of the argument was having somebody else do it.
Here, dum-dum.
Don't call me dum-dum.
There's evidence. We'll go listen to it.
Yeah, you go ahead. You go ahead. You're going to embarrass yourself.
Apologize to me.
I'm not going to apologize to you.
Yes, you are.
The whole point of my argument was to have somebody else do it on 53.
You're going to apologize to me.
No, I'm not going to apologize. We got Rats Off a Ship next.